Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I want to do an update review of my motor scooter. My motor scooter and my motorhome are the only two vehicles that I have. I don't like the idea of towing a car, which most people who have motorhomes do. I've never towed a car, and I've only had my motorhome and my motor scooter for the little over 6 years now that I've been on the road, and I keep it on my trailer hitch rack that I'll show you later. So in this video I'm going to show you why I chose to have a motor scooter rather than a car as an additional vehicle. So let me show you some of the features of it. I have been riding motorcycles since I was 16 years old, so I'm very comfortable. Always been comfortable with motorcycles. And the reason why I wanted a scooter rather than a motorcycle, the main reason and one of the maybe the biggest benefit of a scooter over a motorcycle is the under seat storage. This is something you're not going to find on any motorcycle. I can get a whole lot of groceries in this compartment here. You can actually keep two helmets in it, one helmet there and one helmet here, and the seat has indentions so that the helmets will fit when the seat is closed. And one unique feature about Yamaha's XMAX is the ignition switch. There is no place to put a key. All you have to do is keep this thing in your pocket, or at least somewhere within 3 feet of the switch, so that when you press it, you hear it click, that activates it. Then you turn it on and you can see it light up. Now the new models of the XMAX, the display here is fully digital. There's no speedometer and tachometer like that, the old traditional styles. Everything is on a big display, which I wish mine had. So when I come to get on, I never have to look for my keys. I just keep them in my pocket. Now this little ear here, in that one, really serves no purpose at all. But what they're doing on the new models is they're having the turn signal blinkers, instead of there, is on those ears. They've expanded them just a little bit. I really like that idea. Now in the summer I drive it like this without a windshield. The windshield is easy to put on and off, so when it gets cold then I put my windshield on, and it comes with a windshield that only comes up about that high, which really is not enough to really protect you from the wind. So I got a new windshield that is about 8 inches higher, so that when you're driving, when it's really cold, you really do not feel the cold at all on your face. That's really nice. It's a 300cc model, actually 292 cc's. That's the engine. The muffler is on this side. You can see part of the engine under there. It has these fold-out footstools for a passenger. Nice, really big seat. And it's a really smooth ride and a very quiet engine. Now as for brands other than this Yamaha, Kymco has a 300 as well. But of the 4 main brands of motorcycles, Kawasaki has no scooters at all. Honda's largest scooter is a 160. Suzuki has a 200 and a 400. So size-wise, Kymco is the only direct competition, and a Kymco dealer is kind of hard to find. It's a little cheaper, and I looked into that before I got this one, and the reviews were really not very good on it. And most scooters by all of the motorcycle brands are small ones, like 125 or 150. And I used to have a Suzuki 200, and it was okay. Not quite enough power really for the highways. So I wanted a more powerful engine. This one is 350% larger. And the Suzuki 400 I thought was a little bit too much. I've had this thing up to 88 miles an hour on a flat straightaway. That's a lot faster than I need to go. So I'm really happy with my Yamaha XMAX. I have had some problems with it, but I've determined that all of the problems I've had, for the most part, are because this scooter keeps nearly all of its downtime on my trailer hitch rack. And as I've driven my motorhome 121,000 miles now with a motor scooter on the back, with all the dust it kicks up, it has really run havoc. Getting a lot of dust inside of the electric controls here. They have become very sticky. And every time I want to take it down and ride it, I got to clean it up, because it gets really filthy on that trailer hitch rack after driving around so much. Now there's two more problems I want to tell you about, which you would only be concerned with if you're going to carry the scooter on your trailer hitch rack. And it's all due to the ratchet straps. You can see a little bit of wear there because the ratchet straps go across there and go across there. It's not done much damage, but you see this crack? That is because these two ratchet straps, which goes down here, that one goes down to a loop where it hooks on there on the trailer hitch rack, and they kind of pull the scooter apart. And as it's pulling it apart, that strap pulls it this way, that strap pulls it that way. It's pulled it apart right here. And that kind of thing would only happen if you do use a trailer hitch rack. Now on the back of the scooter, you see where it has separated there and here? That is because there's two ways to put your ratchet straps on. And I did it the wrong way for a long time, and that's what caused this damage. And I did it the way you would think to do it. Put the around here, and then down. The other piece goes into there, and to that loop there. The loops on both sides. But what that does is, as this strap goes down there, this strap goes down there, it actually pulls the scooter apart. And by pulling it apart like that is what has caused this damage. So after that happened, I got a little smarter, and I put my upper loops like this, going across the seat, and the other strap that goes down to the loop would come up and latch onto there, and here I would latch on the strap that goes down to that loop. So that way it pulls the scooter together rather than pulling it apart. And I don't want these ratchet devices to wear a hole down into the seat. So I got a cutting board. I had a plastic cutting board. I used that until it snapped in half. Then I got this one, which is actually a bamboo cutting board, and it's about to snap in half. So I'm going to try and find something to rest these on that will last a little longer. So that's something you really need to know if you're going to put any kind of a motorcycle or scooter on a trailer hitch rack like that. Well folks, I hope you've gotten something out of this video. Please let me know in the comments below. Good day.